All right, brothers and sisters, back at it again with another video. This time, I want to come in your hearing to speak to you about a book that has helped change my life and the lives of countless individuals around the world. And that book right here is called The Richest Man in Babylon. Some of you may have the older looking copy of this book, but this book right here, the nuggets that's hidden within the pages of this book have been life changing. So I just want to be able to go over some things that that could be helpful, and I want to be able to encourage my brothers and sisters to go out and get you a copy of that book. I know for those of you that might be spiritual, religious in a sense, you may feel like, why would I want to go buy a book that has to deal with Babylon? But I'm here to tell you, when you go to the wisdom of the ancient writings, Proverbs, it said, the heart of him to have understanding seeks knowledge. And, another down further in the book, it said the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. So we have to go out here and grab the knowledge. We have to gain the knowledge that's out here. And this is financial wisdom on steroids. The information that's hidden within this little book right here, this little book has been able to change lives. So many individuals online have made videos about the richest man in Babylon. And I'm just coming in and giving my twist on this book because it has really helped me. It's helped me to be able to pay off my student loan debt. And my student loan debt was, with interest included, I believe was over 35,000, close to maybe $40,000 when the interest is all tallied up. And I went through the forbearance thing. I went through different methods of trying to pay it down. But when I applied a principle in this book right here, The Richest Man in Babylon, that debt disintegrated. So in this book, it talks about a few different things. It talks about 7 cures to a lean purse. There's different things that you can implement in your life to be able to help you get ahead of the curve, if you will. All right. It talks about a man named Arcad, which was the richest man in Babylon. It was two other individuals that was really frustrated at their lot in life, and they was sitting back there talking amongst one another, and they was trying to figure out does so many individuals, why do a few people are able to get along in life, or why the most of us have to struggle? And so they came amongst each other in casual conversation. They said, well, listen, all the things that we have put our hands to in life, we have succeeded in, the things that we have exerted the most effort in. So let us go learn from Arcad, which is the richest man in Babylon. So Arcad assembled together a hall of learning, and he was going to teach these wealth principles to about 100 men in the Babylonian quarters. All right, given command by the king, and then Arcad was able to talk about his mentor, Alchemist, the one that taught him the first wealth principle, one of the most profound wealth principles in the book. In its simplicity, is still yet profound. And he said, "A part of all I earn is mine to keep." Alchemist told him to put aside 10% and to pay yourself first. So when you pay yourself first, you stack up a tremendous amount of wealth. Now, a lot of individuals today, they don't want to pay themselves first because they feel like the amounts are small. But this is how you get ahead of the curve, is putting aside amounts when they're smaller, and when the larger amounts come, you could be able to implement that same discipline. So Arcad, he was able to tell the group of individuals about how to pay yourself first. Write it with bold letters. When you get your income, a part of all I earn is mine to keep. I still practice that to this day. When I get income that comes my way, I divvy up my monies and I say a part of all I earn is mine to keep. And it feels good to be able to put aside a percentage and watch it grow and grow and grow. And then reach a certain point, and then you can take that money and use it for favorable investors. All right. So it also talks about, in the book, it talks about, they had a conversation amongst each other about good luck. In one of my books, you talk about that is good luck. How can good luck be enticed? And so they had a conversation amongst each other. They was talking about, yes, good luck can be enticed. And, individuals in the business world today, they talk about luck. And if you can, be able to entice luck to come on to you. And so they finally came to the conclusion at the end that good luck comes to those that accept opportunities. All right. So that's luck is enticed by that. Now I'm not saying that I believe in luck, for those of you that know me, but I'm going by what the book says. that good luck is enticed by you taking advantage of opportunities, and then other things will start to open up for you. Then it goes into the five laws of gold, which I'm not going to speak on right here, but the five laws of gold, it talks about when you're able to master those things, then you could be able to be catapulted to higher levels of income. All right. It ended up talking about the gold lender of Babylon, a man that designed a shield for the king. He was given these talents of gold and he didn't really know what to do with them. And so he went by the gold lender and he was able to get some advice from him. And he had someone in his family that wanted to borrow some money from him. And normally, before he designed that shield, the amount of money that the person wanted to borrow from him was would have been equal to maybe 2 to 3 years of his laboring. And so, by getting wise financial advice from the gold lender of Babylon, he was able to put together a plan to give back to this person, a person that was his, I believe, his sister's husband, and and he was not able to go through with that. The walls of Babylon, it talks about that, and it relates to the walls, your financial income as a wall of protection around you. It also talks about putting aside, something for the lean days, so that it will protect you in the months and the years that come down the road. And one of my favorite stories, this may be my favorite story in here, was a man named Debasir. All right, I believe he was a camel trader, and he fell upon hard times, and he went to a distant land to try to gain wealth there. He left his wife behind. He left all that he knew, and he was ended up being a slave. And he was able to fight his way back through something what someone would say was luck that happened in his fortune, in his way. He was able to run through the desert by being a camel trader for the king and one of his wives. And so through casual conversations of them talking amongst each other through the days and weeks and months, all right, she was finally able to go secure a trip, and she needed someone to help with her camels. Debasir was able to help her. And he went with her on the far distant land, and then they had the conversations about, well, are you a free man, or do you have a soul of a slave? And he said, I have the soul of a free man. And she gave him some garments, and he ran away, and he ran back to his wife. He ran back to his country, and he stood firmly in front of all the individuals who he owed money to, because he ran away from those people. And he came up with a plan, and the plan was to take 20% out of everything that he earned and to equally divide it among all the people who he was indebted to. And because he did that, it took him a lot. It took him a while, but finally, after 12 moons, he paid back all of his debt. I use that same principle in my life, that 20%, and it allowed me to obliterate my student loan debt. So that was my favorite part of the book right there. All right, so that's the formula right there. Some more things in this book right here. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but Seven Cures to a Lean Purse, of course, is talks about start thy purse to fattening. This is talking about finding you a way to generate income. You have to find a source, something that's going to help your purse to start fattening. Number two, control your expenditures. Number three, once you control your expenditures, you want to make your goal to multiply. Could be and lending it out to others, finding profitable business investments. Some people may say invested in stocks, things of that nature. You have to make your goal multiply. Number four, you have to guard your treasure from loss in the best way you can. Number five, make thy dwelling a profitable investment. It talks about owning your own home. All right, it's back and forth today on individuals that think is your house a asset or a liability. In the Richest Man in Babylon, it says that it's better for you to own your own home. Number six, ensure a future income. This could be looked at as insurance and putting aside money for the future days. And all right. Number seven, increasing your ability to earn. And that can go on and on and on. So this book right here, I will give this book a 5-star rating. The Richest Man in Babylon is a classic. I recommend that you go add that to your library. You would not be, disappointed. All right. This book right here, you will grab the financial nuggets from it. And until you get your book, you can go to Amazon and order right now. But until your book comes, you can listen to the audio book right here on YouTube, and it will be a great benefit to you. All right. So This is my book review of The Richest Man in Babylon. I hope that it helps you on your journey of paying off debt and securing an income for the future days ahead.